Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this program. I welcome you wherever you are connecting from. Please like and share the program on your platform. Like and share to family and friends. Share to everyone that you can be able to reach. Let's spread this gospel to the ends of the world. Let us preach this gospel to everyone that is concerned. We must continue to speak and make sure that our voice is heard. We will never be silent, no matter how they try to shut us up. We will not be silent. No matter their propaganda and their blackmails, we will never be silent. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are and you come across this very program, I urge you to help like and share to other platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is concerned so that they can have also to share and partake of this very message. Do not be economical with the message. Do not keep the message to yourself. When you hear the message, you pass it on to others so that others can also benefit from this information. Very important. Before we go into the message of the day, as always, let us listen to our motivational music, as always. You're welcome, Lawrence. Please, your first song, you're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, Danny Boy, you're welcome. Loris, you're welcome. Please, Biafra, you're welcome. I welcome everyone that have joined. Please like and share. As you join us, like the program and share. As you join us, like the program and share. It is very important. That is the only way we can overcome the social media attacks. If you do not like and share the program, it will be difficult for us to be able to overcome the forces that are against us on the social media. That is why it's important for you to like and share. And before we go into the message fully for the day, let us listen to the prayer of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekano, as always.
Over every prayer to who again appear magnificent in heaven. Therefore, as we always comment, not from today, but from of old. Our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet. We are the inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening. This gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the wicked. My goodness me, I want to remain in this spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sinned, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. Because you must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do this to do anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you, to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day to God. I'm believing you're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, to bless mankind to the coming of your Yeshua. You came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our country. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The epics and the videos, the Isom, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Ghana. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto you. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets and tell you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra. That your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for. In no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I have a society. He said,
welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this program, wherever you are joining from. I welcome everyone that has connected, wherever you are connecting to this program from. If you are joining us from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. If you are joining us from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from Asia, you are joining us from Russia, from China, from Israel, whichever part of the world you are connecting to us from, I welcome you to this very program today. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect and secure every one of you that is here. Please, if you have not subscribed to this very channel, kindly subscribe, like, and share to everyone that is around you. Share to everyone close to you so that we can be able to reach to as many people as possible. Remember, in this very platform, what we do is to bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. In this very platform, for those who are joining us for the very first time and those who are going to come across the video for the very first time, this is a platform that is standing under the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, a platform standing under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel and the Supreme Command of Mazi Nandekano. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to attack individuals. We do not come here for saga. We do not come here for any blackmail. What we do in this platform is to present the case of Biafra before the whole world the way it is. What we come here for is sensitization of Biafran people across the world. What we come here is to state our case before the whole world. We come here to debunk every lie that has been told against the Biafran people, against our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, and against our Supreme Master Nandeka. We come here to encourage Biafrans to continue to stand on their rights, the legitimate right of Biafran, which is the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. You must continue to hold on to these rights. In this very platform, we bring information to the Biafran people, everything that has to do with the Biafra Republic of Nigeria and the restoration of Biafra, most importantly. Fellow Biafran that have joined, this morning section is always an interactive section. A section where you can come and interact with us. All you need to do is to click the link there. You click the link, you can come in and exchange words with us. You must not be a Biafran to join us. You can be a one Nigerianist, you can be from any part of the world. If there is something you have heard about us that you're not clear about, come and ask questions. If there is suggestions you have for us, come and say it. If there's a prayer you want to make, come up. We are going to entertain you. All we ask is that when you are coming up, make sure you are properly covered. You don't appear on this platform naked, because the whole world is watching and we are representing a government. Another thing is that when you are speaking on this platform, you must try as much as possible to be civil. Try as much as possible to be civil so that you will be understood. The world is watching. The Biafra Republic of Exile cabinet are watching. Our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, is watching and observing. Every single statement you make in this platform will be noted. Whatever argument you bring will be noted. The whole world is watching. When you join us, it's either you show how smart you are or you show how foolish you are. That is why we urge you, before you come on to make an argument, make sure you know what you're talking about. If you are sure and convinced of your opinion, come on and take us on. We are going to allow you to say whatever you want to say, as long as you remain civil. You are entitled to your opinion. In this platform, we don't talk about political correctness. We don't force you to follow us. All you need to do is to pay attention and listen. At the end of the day, you make up your mind what you want to do. Fellow Biafran that are joining us on this platform today, I welcome all of you once again. Uzamaka Nicholas, I welcome you. Thank you so much for joining. Manama, I welcome you. I welcome everyone that have joined. And today, as you all know, we have to come and speak the way we have always done. Words of encouragement. And the topic I chose today says, happening now, the unimaginable confession of the saboteurs and the last-minute exposition of Biafra Republic of Exile Prime Minister. The unimaginable confession of the saboteurs and the last-minute exposition of the Biafra Republic of Exile Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Oputu of Biafra land, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Fellow Biafrans, if you are following events, you can agree with me that a lot is unfolding. If you have not been following events, all you need to do is to pay attention and listen carefully on what we are about to do. Maybe you are going to catch up and you begin to understand the situation of things. And I want to remind you, I have always advised on my platform that you should make sure that you are following our Prime Minister on X. If you are following our Prime Minister on X, you can be able to understand certain things when we talk about it. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll be able to digest the information that are coming. All you need to do is to go to X, which is Twitter. The name is Simon Ekpa, a verified account with blue. Type Simon Ekpa, verified account with blue. There. Follow that very platform. You will get every single information you need. And whenever you join us on our various programs on Biafra Republic of Exile media, you will understand better. I want to remind you again before we go further that the self-referendum is still ongoing. The self-referendum vote is still ongoing. The self-referendum vote is still ongoing, and it is your civic responsibility to cast your vote if you have not done so. After casting your vote, you don't stop there. You have to sensitize everyone that's around you, your family members, your friends, your colleagues. Ask them questions. It doesn't matter whether they support Biafra or not. Make sure they get that update, that the Biafran people are conducting self-referendum. The link is there on our Prime Minister's X platform. That is the first thing you see. Once you get his X platform, that is the very first thing you are going to see. All you need to do is you tap the link and you follow the process and cast your vote. It is very, very important if you sincerely want liberation. If you want to be liberated from the clutches of the colonial master, if you want to be liberated from the clutches of the Janjaweed, it is not enough to come online and shout about marginalization and shout all hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. You must put your word to action. And one of the ways you can put your word to action is by casting your vote on the self-referendum. Very, very important. The first phase of it is about to end. Make sure you participate and keep your receipt. Just as I promised, I have always said, you are going to need it in the future. Everything you do today will speak for you in the future. The Biafra we have all dreamed about and talked about is here with us. The question is, how prepared are you and what are you doing? How prepared are you and what are you doing to uphold that Biafra that will be handed to you? Today we can see the work of the Biafra Republic of Exile. The only people that will come out and tell you that the Biafra Republic of Exile is not doing anything. The only people that will come and tell you that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile is not doing anything are the enemies, the backbiters, the haters, the envious ones. They will always deny the fact. It doesn't matter what you do. They will never appreciate you. And mind you, you can never get 100% support from anything you do in this planet Earth. Some people must be criticizing you. And some of the time, the criticism, if you take it in a positive faith, it will make you to be stronger. So we are not moved with the criticism of the enemy. The most important thing is that if you are genuinely a Biafra and you want freedom, you know whom to follow, you know whom to listen to. It is not a rocket science. It does not need anybody to begin to convince you. The time of conviction has passed. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Zambia was able to pull through for the past years now. He has fought the most, he has faced the most difficult enemies ever. He has faced the most heaviest propaganda and blackmail ever, and yet he is standing. So if you are somewhere today and yet you are confused about whom to follow or where to focus, it is because you yourself is not mentally sound. It is because you are not doing what you are supposed to do. It is because you are not serious about your own freedom. If you are serious, apply your common sense to everything that is happening. You will know where to go and what to follow. We have gotten to a stage where no secret is hidden anymore. Everything that we call exposition that our Prime Minister have done today, the same people are confessing with their mouth, live on TV, recorded. When our Prime Minister, Master Samarek, was doing exposition, we said, we appreciate him exposition. Some of us thought it was just an exposition, either to uplift himself or to make Biafra relevant. Some of you even thought it was a propaganda. But I bet you, exposition of our Prime Minister, if you look at it truly very well, go and check from when he started to today, you'll begin to realize that he was genuinely fighting for Biafra and pursuing the freedom of the people. Everything that he has said, mainly about the IPOB Nigeria, today, They themselves are confessing with their own mouth. They are confessing. Every single thing we have said on our various platforms, the Biafra Republic of Exile media. Today we are vindicated. Confirmations are coming from right, left, and center. But what we see is that when you come to media, you know we are on social media. We are not in charge of the conventional media, neither are we in charge of the international media. But in social media where we are, where you and I speak, where we are watching now, we have done a great job to bring the truth before the whole world, to keep Biafrans informed. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, have done tremendously well exposing the IPOB in Nigeria, their strategies and their evil. But when those expositions were coming, some of us, some of you thought it was maybe a joke. Some of you cannot put it together. Like the Thomas, you are waiting to see before they agree. But today, you can agree with me that every single exposition that have been done, including the ones done by our Supreme Amazon Nandekam, today they are coming to light. They are coming to light. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Exile, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra yesterday made a program. He spoke on Twitter Space yesterday, and he made another revelation on the issue of kidnapping in Biafra land. For a very long time, we have been shouting and saying that the orchestrator of insecurity in Biafra land is the federal government of Nigeria. They are sponsoring it in all ways. The insecurity you see in Biafra land today is being orchestrated by the contraption called Nigeria. The DSS of Nigeria planned everything you see happening in Biafra by proxy. And when we have been making these expositions, we say it and we give you evidence, but some of us don't pay attention. You don't pay attention. Even when you see the truth before you, you are still getting confused. Our Supreme Damazin Nandekam started that comment that the insecurity in Biafra land is being orchestrated and caused by the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Our Prime Minister hammered on it and made revelations on those who are sponsoring insecurity in Biafra land. The federal government of Nigeria has, from the onset, made a plan to destabilize Biafra land. And they are using every means, but they're using their governors. Those representatives, your governors, your lawmakers, and ministers, or whatever you call them, more especially the governors, the federal government of Nigeria has been sponsoring them to destabilize Biafra land. They do it on several occasions in the open, it's not even hidden. This very thing started from the moment our Supreme Damazin Nandekam established the ESN. And I want to take your mind back. Mazin Nandekam did not just wake up to establish ESN. The reason of establishment of the ESN is because of the insecurity in Biafra land. This same insecurity we are talking about was the reason why ESN was established. Every one of you saw how the Fulani headers, the terrorist group from Fulani land, was entering Biafra land then with so many gruesome videos where bodies were littered in our forests, in the farms. Mazin Nandekano saw the insecurity. What you are seeing in the northern part of Nigeria today, what you are seeing in Plateau today, in a Benue state, would have been the fate of Biafra land. And when they began to lay that foundation of horror in Biafra land, Mazin Nandekano rose up and he wrote the governors in Biafra land. Every single one of them. Mazin Nandekano wrote to them and called them, attention, on video. He made a program and he called on them. He told them, secure Biafra land, establish a security outfit of your own to secure your people. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. There was no response. Mazin Nandekano made the call several times. They ignored it because the plan was to destabilize Biafra land and hand it over to the terrorists. In several occasions, we have seen the contraption called Nigeria lament and try to blame Biafra land for the insecurity in the north. When Goodluck Jonathan was a president, if you can take your mind back then, when Goodluck Jonathan was a president, every single thing he did to clamp down on the Boko Haram was blamed on Biafra people. In fact, the man today who is the vice president of Nigeria was caught on tape where he was saying that the fight against Boko Haram was a revenge for Biafra civil war. Some of you don't keep memories, but we never forget. We keep everything we see and we will remind them when the time comes. An audio tape leaked where Shetima, that is the vice president today, was saying that the fight against the Boko Haram during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, that it was being taken as a vengeance for what transpired during the Biafran Civil War. Some of them, including Buhari, went to the extent of saying that the fight against Boko Haram is a fight against the North. And from then onset, when they took power, when the late Muhammad Buhari took power, their plan was to take vengeance on the loss of the terrorists in the North, the Boko Haram members, who were decimated in the government of Goodluck Jonathan. You see, I am bringing this story to remind you. You see, that is why sometimes when you see some people who tell you that they are not Biafra, we are not Biafra, we are not Igbos. But for every single time you do a thing, either you commit a crime or you do something that is not pleasing to them, the Igbos, the Biafrans are the ones that faces the problem. Every time crime is committed in anywhere or something is being done in anywhere in the Southeast that doesn't please the North, they blame the whole Southeastern region, more especially the Igbo Biafrans. At the same time, they will come and tell you you are not Igbo. Don't you ask them, why do they blame Igbos when things happen in other Southeastern region? Why do they blame the Igbos when something happened in the Biafra land? Why? Even when it is not even an Igbo person that committed a crime or did the thing. It is because we are one people. They know very well. They know that we are one. The insecurity you are seeing in Biafra land is a set plan right from the time of Muhammad Buhari as a vengeance on the effort of Goodluck Jonathan to stop terrorism in the North. They twisted it and said that it was a fight against them because, you see, every single one of them is a terrorist. When we tell you that the Fulanese are terrorists, that is exactly how it is. When we say Nigerian government is a terrorist government, that is what it is. The Caliphate government of Nigeria felt that the genuineness of Goodluck Jonathan there to fight Boko Haram was a war, a vengeance for Biafran war. The vice president you have today said it with his own mouth. I still have the audio with me. So many of you must have seen the audio. If you have not seen it, go and search for it. The discussion of Shetima with Kunle. Just type it on social media. You are going to see it to bust out. Listen to it carefully. You will see where your vice president today was speaking. And that was when they planned that they must put Biafra land on the same condition they are in the north. And by the way, Boko Haram was their own orchestration. The insecurity they orchestrated, the insecurity, it was they themselves that sponsored the terrorism in their own area. Their own making. And they are okay with it. Now they want to transfer it to Biafra land, which is the most peaceful place in that contraption called Nigeria. And when they were coming with this option, Mazen Nandekano told the governors to prepare. Governors did nothing. After waiting for a long time, Mazen Nandekano went ahead to establish the ESN. Immediately he established the ESN, all hell broke loose. When Mazen Nandekano established ESN, he made it clear that the work of the ESN is to protect the Biafran territory, and it is just like a vigilante group. Just like the vigilante group you have in the north, you have in the southwest, you have the OPC, you have the Amoteco, you have Hizbah in the north, and we have ESN in the southwest. Instead of these governors who were not able to secure their land to support these initiatives to protect Biafra land, what did they do? They began to fight it. The federal government sponsored them and told them to form anti-ESN, which they call Ebube Bus. They formed their Ebube whatever. And the only assignment that Ebube whatever had was to go against the security outfit that was formed to protect the Biafran people. From the very moment Ebubago was launched, up to this minute, they have not arrested any Fulani terrorists. We have not seen any video where they were engaging Fulani terrorists, which we are the people causing the insecurity in Biafra. What they did was they tried to come in to fight the ESN. They tried and tried to infiltrate ESN. They could not succeed until they kidnapped Mazen Nandekan. After the kidnapping Mazen Nandekan, they penetrated through the IPOB in Nigeria. They convinced them to hand over ESN, which they themselves confessed. The confession is still out there. The leader of the IPOB in Nigeria confessed that the governors came to them to hand over ESN to them. And after the governors have gotten what they wanted, now they are showcasing the camp as a captured place. I didn't say it. Their own leader said it. The leader of IPOB in Nigeria made that confession. Just because Mazen Nandekano is not in the picture, they decided to hand over part of ESN that was with them there. And this is what our prime minister saw. And he began to fight earnestly to rescue ESN from them. He began to fight earnestly. Immediately, Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped. The next step was to destroy every legacy of Mazen Nandekano, including ESN, as the first thing to destroy. And they began to take away all the major commanders. They began to take down every major commanders under the directive of the Caro White lawyer. The Caro White lawyer was there, directing, making sure that every major commander was taken down, targeting the destruction of the ESN. The Caro White lawyer and the other idiot that was shouting in the court that day, the one who supposedly was with Mazen Nandekano, arrested with Mazen Nandekano in 2015. Today, he's the spokesperson of the Zoological Republic, walking boldly and making noise everywhere. That should tell you that something is wrong. Because there's no way you can be a freedom fighter and you'll be in the same country and feel free the way he does. He feels free. The way he gallivants and lives large. What is his job? He took that contract with the Kalawari client to destroy the foundation led by Mazen Nandekano. But luckily for us, Chukwuka sent a message. And our prime minister answered the call. He never rejected the call. He took that call and Chukwuka gave to him. And he rescued the ESN from their hand. The Bible they brought created havoc. Some of you have forgotten. You remember when the whole southeastern states came out and protested and said, we do not want the Bible. Did you ever see them protest and say, we don't want ESN? Did you ever hear Southwest protest and say they don't want Omoteku? Did you ever hear the North protest and say they don't want Hisba? The only security outfit that the masses protested against and said they do not want, including their lawmakers, who are the one Nigeria, they protest and say they don't want Igbobago. They were caught in all manner of insecurity, in kidnapping, in killings, extortions. They were caught in every single crime you can talk about. They were used to fight political opponents. That was the genesis of the insecurity in Biafra land. And from there, they began to destabilize everywhere, to use them and give a bad name to Biafra people. They didn't stop there. IPOB Nigeria joined them. They began to sponsor IPOB Nigeria to commit crimes. And when they commit that crime, they will tell you, Master Samuel. But to God be the glory. From that very moment up till now, have you ever seen anybody captured and he was interviewed and he said, Master Simon ever sent me? Have you seen such video? Among all the criminals, including the ones that the Zoological Republic after using them, including the ones they arrested after using them, have you seen any one of them come to say that Master Simon never sent him? But we have numerous videos where confessions were made on video that the IPOB in Nigeria sponsored criminals against people, including taking the life of a traditional ruler. If they can go as far as taking the life of a traditional ruler, what do you think will be the subject, the fate of the subject? What do you think will be the fate of the subject? And these people were being sponsored by the governors themselves. And yesterday, our prime minister talked about the Ebiri traditional ruler. Ebiri traditional ruler, who is working hand in hand with Hope Uzodinma. A traditional ruler working hand in hand with Hope Uzodinma, who has been the spokesperson and right-hand man of Hope Uzodinma in the fight against Biafra, against our prime minister. Finally, after using him, as Chukwuka might have it, he overstepped his band, and today they arrested him in kidnapping. A traditional ruler under Hope Uzodinma, his right-hand man, arrested for kidnapping. And today the man is flown to Abuja. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is paying attention. This is how you know those who are being sponsored by the Zoological Republic and their proxy. Just the same way you see people making confession about the evil of the IPOB in Nigeria. On video, people are confessing that the Mohammed Abbas in Kuwait and the other idiots, that they were the ones that are sponsoring them to commit havoc. People said they'll be deported. Have you seen any protest to deport him? Have you seen any protest that involved mentioning his name? Even when they were declaring people wanted, did you see anybody declare him wanted? In fact, the Zoological Republic pretended as if it doesn't happen. It didn't happen. These were the people who are working with Hope Uzodinma against the Biafran people to create as much insecurity as they can. There was a time they showed a video where they showed where they were dumping dead bodies in Imo State. And one of the camps where they say they saw was close to the home of Hope Uzodinma, just as his backyard. That is where those groups were camping. And all of a sudden, the police went there and they say they discovered human head, a place where they are throwing human body, at the backyard of, very close to the home of the governor, Hope. And that issue was swept under the carpet. It was broadcasted one day and it's gone. And so many other things that has happened to show the people who are causing the insecurity in Biafra are not hidden. And today they are confessing right, left, and center. If you go to our Prime Minister platform today, you begin to see more videos of confession. Some of them coming out to say how they participated. Some of them coming to say the role they played. And I love my Prime Minister, that he knows how to drag them out. Only one statement of our Prime Minister, they will explain, tire. What our Prime Minister does is drop one single exposition. They will explain, tire. You see them coming out from all corners to defend themselves. The same way you see that Owerebi traditional ruler arrested, and the media is silent about it. That is the way they are silent. When the IPOB Nigeria commit a crime, they go and commit that crime and they'll say, oh, Simon Ekpa boys. That is what you hear. After committing the crime, the next minute you hear Simon Ekpa boys. And some people are still listening to him. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Master Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, has never denied anything done by the Liberation Army of Biafra. There is nothing called unknown gunmen when it comes to the Biafra Republic of Exile. The Biafra Republic of Exile is in charge of the Liberation Army of Biafra, the resistance fighters, the Black Marine. And whatever these forces do, our Prime Minister never run away from it. He takes responsibility. That is why he comes online, he speaks about it, he posts videos and audios and pictures. But yet, the issue they begin to drag him to are always those ones that they orchestrate by themselves, done by the IPOB Nigeria. Even when our Prime Minister has succeeded in securing the ESN from the hand of the IPOB Nigeria and transform them automatically to Biafran Liberation Army, he has said it time and time again that what we have today is the Liberation Army. Our Prime Minister have announced it 1,000 times that what we have today is the Liberation Army, but they will never ever accept that. Each time they continue to report a different thing from what our Prime Minister is saying. They have never accepted that truth. Even when our Prime Minister will come out and claim responsibility for what the Liberation Army have done, they will never mention Liberation Army. They will rather say ESN, unknown gunmen, and then they mention Master Simon Ekpa. Even when the Prime Minister Master Simon have told you, I have nothing to do with nothing like ESN. He does a thing, his own Liberation Army does a thing, and he claims responsibility as the Prime Minister. And yet, they don't have that boldness to call him out or mention the Liberation Army when they go for operation. They rather begin to orchestrate their own, which we know has been their template right from time. Blackmail, propaganda is their template right from time. They have created different kinds of things on their own, just to blackmail the Prime Minister. But each time they go to do that, they fail. Fellow Biafran that are watching, wherever you are watching this program from, the time has come. What our Prime Minister is doing today is the last minute exposition. Please like and share this program. Click like and share. If you join, don't just be there alone. You like the program and you share so that other people can connect. The social media is not our friend. They don't send notification. We have a lot of people who are calling to ask when the program is going to start, who doesn't even know that we are still online. They don't get the notification because you are not liking and sharing. When you like and share, it will trigger the algorithm to begin to give them information to join us. So please, like and share. And fellow Biafrans, I must tell you that the time has come. We are at the last minute of this position, and you see how they are running helter-skelter. All the Prime Minister need to do is to say a word, and they will explain tire. One exposition, they will explain tire. Today, you see what is happening. And in this last minute exposition, you see, our Prime Minister doesn't have much time to talk and talk and talk. This time around, one word, and they begin to run helter-skelter. The insecurity in Biafra land, the kidnapping and everything you can think of. The people who are doing it are known. They are not hiding. Remember when our Prime Minister made the exposition of the kidnapping in Anambra State, which the White lawyer was involved, and the other one that called himself whatever is involved. Our Prime Minister called them and called the person they kidnapped. Up to today, the man never made any response. The governor of Anambra State was aware of that one. He's aware. That's to show you how these people are connected to the insecurity in Biafra land. Our Prime Minister made an exposition which the governor of Anambra State was aware. The people who were involved in that kidnapping, they know them. The people are close to the governor of Anambra State. Yet he did nothing. Names were called. Time we are given. Numbers were called. Up to this moment, nothing was done. Because these are people working with them. And yet, some idiot will come out and begin to associate the Biafra Republic of Nigeria with insecurity in Biafra land. Thank your star that you have Biafra Republic of Nigeria under Master Simon. Thank your star that you have Liberation Army. The safety and security you will enjoy in Biafra land is because of the presence of the Liberation Army. The safety and security you enjoy today is because of the presence of the Liberation Army of Biafra. And this is the plain truth, undeniable truth. The reason why you are still enjoying some amount of security today in Biafra land is because of the presence of the Liberation Army. If not, your own situation would have been worse than those of them in Plateau State, than worse than those of them who are in Benue State, because they have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. That is all they want to offer you. If you are one of those who is joining the enemy to speak against the Liberation Army, speak against the Biafra Republic, or attacking Amman, you don't know what you are doing. You are fighting against your destiny. You are actually destroying your own destiny. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, you should all go on your knees and continue to thank God and pray that nothing happens to him. Continue to pray that he stands strong the way he is. Because if Master Simon ever hands off today and say he's no longer interested, you are done, you are finished. The Liberation Army of Biafra today are doing a great job on the ground, doing more than expected. And wherever you are in Biafra land, you must open your eyes, listen to the right people, mind the people you pay attention to as a Biafra. It is not every rain that falls that people will bring out bucket to fetch. There are certain rain you must not pay attention to. Mind the platform you go to, not even to respond. I am not telling you to go and attack anybody in their platform. Do not go and type on their comment section. Don't comment. Once you see them, you scroll off. You must not pay attention. You don't just go to a platform to watch simply because you see the picture of Mazen Nandekan or somebody saying all hail Biafra, or because you see someone. You must be able to apply your common sense in anything you see before you share. There's no need attacking them. We have gone very, very far. The declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra is about to happen. What are you waiting for? How prepared are you? Your concern today should be, what are you going to do to give support to the Liberation Army, to give support to the Biafra government to see that the declaration of restoration of Biafra that was going to happen in December becomes a reality. That is the only place you are supposed to concentrate, and not in all this blackmail, propaganda, and all manner of rubbish you are talking. No. You have pushed propaganda for years and it doesn't work. Why are you still focusing on propaganda? Every sensible Biafran at this moment should concentrate on what matters. How are you going to sustain the victory that we acquired today to make sure we carry that victory to the end? That should be your utmost concern as a Biafran. The question you should be asking yourself on daily basis is, what am I going to do to see that Biafra becomes a reality? What am I going to do to sustain the success and progress I've made today? That should be the question you ask yourself on a daily basis. Not the other way around. There is no time for blackmailing. There's no time for irrelevant talks. There's no time for attacking your brother or your sister. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Oputo Obie of Igbo land, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra have said it to every one of us in the media. He said, do not attack anybody that is in this struggle. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic has said it in black and white. Do not attack anyone that is in this struggle. Anyone that is speaking about Biafra, it doesn't matter what happens. Don't attack them. Don't speak about them. Focus on the restoration of Biafra. That should be our concern. Why do you spend your precious time talking about things that will not add anything to us? We know who our enemies are. We know whom our enemies are. And I thank Chukwuka for the man in the aim of affairs. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not somebody who will be taken on away in such a way that he can't even have a clue. We understand that nobody is perfect. You cannot be 100% perfect. But anybody that is 99% okay, even 90% or 80% okay, should be supported with all your strength. If you have a leader that is 80% okay, you should give him or her 100 support. We are in a time that we must have to focus on our real enemy, the contraption called Nigeria. The enemy of the people is Nigeria. The suffering of the people is caused by Nigeria. The insecurity in Biafra land is caused by Nigeria. Every suffering that every indigenous person is facing today is because of that name called Nigeria. That is the common enemy. But some of you have decided to close your eye. You see some of them. Sometimes when I go to some platform, when I go on TikTok, I've been watching some people who are making analysis about their Nigerian government. These are one Nigerians who are not activists. They will be talking about their one Nigeria, how the system have failed, how nothing is going to work, how it's not going to succeed. And I will be looking and waiting to hear them talk about the solution. You cannot hear them present any solution. And some of them that will come and present solution, you see them going back to something they said will not work. I will be waiting for them to say. I used to go to most of those programs. When I see them, I just watch for some minutes and see what they're talking about. Those one Nigerianist platforms. They are very good on theory. They will going to give you a lot of theory and so many things. Most of them will critically criticize the system and tell you that they will tell you that the system in Nigeria will not allow any politician to succeed. That is always one of the major arguments. Today, some people are supporting the drug baron because of the system. They say the system, they are trying to vindicate it because they say the system is corrupt. Ask them, how are you going to straighten this system? None of them have a clue. I still remember a lawmaker who stood up in the Senate and he said that until the Constitution of Nigeria is thrown to the dustbin,
that Nigeria will never ever know peace. Nigeria will never know progress. Nigeria will never know success. A lawmaker said it in the House. You know, when we say it on our various platforms, they will say, oh, yeah, noisemaker. But a lawmaker said this, made this statement. I still have it on video. A lawmaker said it, that Nigeria can never ever succeed as long as they continue to pursue their 1999 constitution they are holding. But after saying that, what did that lawmaker do? After saying it, he go back to his house and relax. After saying it, the next election, he's supporting one person, still based on that same constitution. After saying it, he will still go and follow that constitution. The same thing with the one Nigerian who on the platform. They will complain and complain and complain. The system. How are you going to change the system? None of them have a clue. Some of them will tell you to go and vote for obedience. You are going to vote obedient and you're going to bring obedient in through the same system. And after bringing him through that system, and you think that system will now turn around against itself. Madness. That is why those of us who are Biafrans, we have seen the solution. We didn't only see the solution, we are pursuing it and we are following it up to free every indigenous person. It is freedom for all. And I have said this several times. The only people that cares about the life of the people in that contraption called Nigeria are the people who are asking for disintegration of Nigeria. The only people who are concerned about lives are the people who are asking for the end to Nigeria, that people who are concerned about human life. And they are the only people who are sincere about changes. If you want to have change, you must support the end to that name called Nigeria. Every region have to go back to where they are coming from. Lay a new foundation. If at the end of the day we decide to come back and be together, we will now agree under a constitution that everybody will participate in, and then we will come together and choose a name for ourselves. When the foundation is faulty, there is no edifice you can put on top of that foundation, no matter how beautiful it is. Once breeze blow, it will fall off. That is why people always lay emphasis on foundation. That is why the builders, the architects, they lay more emphasis on foundation. Where you spend the major amount of money is on foundation. That is the concept. Make sure you lay a solid foundation. When your foundation is solid, you can put any edifice on the top and it will carry it. And will be there forever. But when the foundation is destroyed and faulty, what will the righteous do? The only way to make a correction in such situation is to destroy the building and lay a new foundation. You don't manage a house that has a... You do not manage a house that you know that has a faulty foundation. You don't manage it, except you want to play with your life. Except you want to play with your life. Once the foundation of a house is faulty, what reasonable people do is to destroy that building and lay a new foundation. It doesn't matter how expensive what you put on top is. If you love your life, you destroy the foundation and lay a new foundation. And that is where the Biafran people are, laying a new foundation. Whatever we are doing today as Biafran is not out of hatred. It is not out of envy or jealousy. It is not to hurt anybody. But we want a new foundation that is going to favor everyone, regardless your location, regardless your tribe, regardless your religion. We want a foundation that will favor everyone, equal right for everybody. And that is where we stand. And that is why today, the Biafra Republic of Exile under Mazi Simon Ekpa is indestructible. The only thing that the saboteurs can do is to cry as they are crying today. And in their crying, they are confessing right, left, and center. Confession is flying in. Each time they open their mouth is confession. Each time they open their mouth, you hear confession. Sometimes they don't even know when they confess. Fellow Biafran that are watching, if you genuinely want freedom, We must focus on things that matters. Focus on things that matters. We have fought a great battle and we have won. We have fought a great battle and we have won. Don't spend your time talking about irrelevant issues. Don't spend your time talking about your own brother or trying to blackmail your own brother. You must not like everybody and everybody must not like you. If you hate somebody for one reason or the other, keep it to yourself. And you do not choose a leader because you love him or her. No. You choose people to work because they are qualified. We are not going to build another zoo. It is only in this zoological republic that people choose leaders because they love them, because they are their tribe, because they are their tribesmen, because they claim it is their turn. In the same society, you choose people for a job, an assignment, or leadership because they are qualified. It doesn't matter whether you like them or you hate them. Their tribe and religion doesn't matter. As long as you are qualified for a position, you have it. And that should be the mentality we have to put back in our head. Fellow Biafrans, do not be deceived. Mind the people you listen to. It is not any program that you have to spend your time to watch or listen. It doesn't matter. Even in the Biafran government today, there are certain informations you will see. Certain people will hear. Some people will use the name of Biafran government, even the name of our Prime Minister, and they will push in wrong information. You must always apply your common sense in everything you hear or see. Apply your common sense at all times. The restoration of the independent state of Biafra is the only concern I have as a human being. The only thing that concerns me, that is my concern, is how Biafra will be free. The freedom of Biafra is the only thing that gives me sleepless nights. Nothing else. Not your love, not your hatred, not anything. No. The only thing that can give me sleepless night is the freedom of Biafra. That collective interest of every one of us, that is the only place I'm concentrating, not any other thing. My fellow Biafrans, everyone that has been able to connect to this program, I appreciate every one of you. I thank you for being part of this program. I'm going to end the program here and we'll continue tomorrow. I appreciate every one of you that have shared. Please, if you have not liked this program, I don't know why you're not liking it. Give a thumbs up to the program. That is the way to invite people to this program. Click like, give a thumbs up, and share it to your platform, family and friends, anywhere you are. Any WhatsApp group where you are, share it into that place. That is your own part. Every one of us have a role to play. When we are talking about evangelism, you know we don't have the conventional media. Our radio is up and not everybody can access it. Our satellite TV is on, not everyone can access it. But the easiest way to pass information is man to man, hand to hand. You share to me, I share to you. Before you know it, everybody get it. Let us be sharing information. More especially when you pay attention and you listen and say, this is Biafra Republic of Exile Media. Share it and let it go viral. Don't keep it to yourself. Support every platform that is genuinely speaking on the restoration of Biafra. If you have not casted your vote, please go and cast your vote and preach to others. Make sure that every Biafran that you meet that is 18 and above cast their vote. Help them the best way you can. If you want to be part of those who is going to be in Finland, go to biafrasecurityadministration.org. biafrasecurityadministration.org. Go there and register. Luckily for you, you might be among the 1,000 who will be in Finland. 1,000 people to make history. If you can afford it, it is very important. It is a lifetime event, once in a lifetime. For you to be there, where the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra will be made. Your name will be in history forever. Don't miss it. Also apply for your Biafran ID card. You can make that application also on biafrasecurityadministration.org. biafrasecurityadministration.org. Go there. Once you enter the link, a security link, you will see the link. Provide the information and send in your passport photograph, professionally taken passport photograph. The kind of photograph you are using for your international passport. A professional, not just any photograph, professionally taken passport photograph. You send it and make your payment, and your ID card will be delivered to you wherever you are. Always make sure you are connected to your liaison offices wherever you are. Play your own part. Join the fundraising every Saturday. Your widow's mite will go a long way. As you know, the war has intensified. And those in Biafra land, remember, stay away from checkpoints. The Liberation Army and the resistance fighters have stepped up the game on every checkpoint. Stay away from checkpoint. Don't say you were not warned. This warning has been coming for many months now. Finally, the gate of hell has been opened against those security checkpoints. Stay away from security checkpoints in Biafra land. You have no business being there. Whenever you are approaching there, make sure you leave there as early, as quick as possible. Very, very important. I appreciate every one of you that have connected to this program. Thank you for being part of this program. And I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwuka. May Chukwuka guide and protect every Biafran across the world. May Chukwuka guide and protect the Liberation Army, the resistance fighters. Guide and protect the strike force. Guide and protect the Black Marine. May Chukwuka guide and protect the de facto government in the homeland. May Chukwuka guide and protect every member of Biafra Republic of Venezuela. May Chukwuka guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Emma, the Opportunity of Biafra land. May Chukwuka guide and protect him, give him wisdom, knowledge, understanding, secure him in his going out and coming in. No evil shall befall him. May Chukwuka guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi. May Chukwuka guide and protect him, give him more strength, give him healing, heal him from all infirmities, protect him from every disease. May Chukwuka continue to give him more revelations. May Chukwuka give him strength. Very soon, he is going to join us and we are going to celebrate his freedom. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwuka. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move. Ever. Thank you and stay safe.